Every industry has its own jargon, every culture its own slang, and the world of video games is certainly no different. And whether you're just trying to better understand the gamer in your life or you're diving headfirst into the industry yourself, I'm here to help. Hey guys, Eric here from All In, a Nintendo podcast, and this is the Gamer Glossary. Hello and welcome to Gamer Glossary. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the concept of DLC, or downloadable content. You see, one of the things that makes video games such an amazing industry, one of the things that makes this such a unique art form and medium is the fact that the advent of the internet and online capabilities has given video game developers the ability to continue to develop content for games that have already been released and distribute that new content directly to your console or PC via an internet connection. Now, the type of content could vary wildly, especially depending on the type of game. A developer could wind up releasing a brand new map for players to explore. They could release new playable characters, or it could just be something as simple as new clothing options for a character like hats or armbands. But that honestly barely even scratches the surface of the types of DLC offerings there are out there. The concept of DLC and its use has exploded, especially in the past couple console generations, and many of the most popular games that you'll see have dozens and yes, even hundreds of headings sometimes when it comes to DLC offerings. And it is certainly worth talking about that the vast majority of this downloadable content, the vast majority of this additional content will come at an additional cost to consumers. Now, the cost of the content can also vary quite a bit, especially depending on the type. A massive story expansion, say, will probably run you quite a bit than those clothing options that I was talking about earlier. And you can gain access to a lot of this through various digital storefronts, through the Nintendo eShop, through PlayStation Network, through Xbox Live, or through Steam if you're working on PC. And talking about the explosion of DLC in the past couple console generations, most games these days will even very conveniently directly offer you a way to access purchasable downloadable content from inside the game. So buyer beware, and especially make sure you're careful with your credit card information, especially if you live in a house with small children. Now, in addition to the explosion of the amount of downloadable content that we see these days, the different types of distribution methods are starting to vary quite a bit. Downloadable content can be distributed through things that we call patches, through things that we call season passes, and even through microtransactions. All three of which I will actually go into much more detail in subsequent videos. It is a big world out there when it comes to DLC, and I hope this brief explanation was able to help just a little bit. But if you have any more questions about DLC, or you have any ideas for things that you'd like me to cover here on Gamer Glossary, make sure to reach out to me on Twitter at allin_Eric. And to make sure to keep up with all the latest episodes of Gamer Glossary, make sure to give a like, a follow, and a subscribe to All In, a Nintendo podcast on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. I want to thank you guys so much for hanging out. I will see you in the next video, and let's never stop trying to be better.